Welcome. This is Stephanie with Touching Worlds, and wanted to welcome you. Make sure that you check out my website, touchingworlds.com/disclaimer, talking about doing things that are comfortable for you within your safety range. So that's really important. Also, there's some free handouts if you'd like to download. Just go to that website at the bottom, you'll see it. So let's start off with our hand tapping exercise, which is on that website as well. So welcome, and it's good to see you guys on Zoom over there. Very nice. All right, so let's flip the hands. Now we're gonna do the pinky, so you can gently tap or rub, whatever feels best for you. All right, good. Now let's do the tips of the fingers. And you can decide what kind of ice cream you want to eat tonight, right? You can practice this. All right, and let's do the interlacing of the fingers. And if you can, it may be hard, I know, but it's good to really rub this area. But if you have arthritis and such, then do your best. And then let's bring the hands a little higher and then go in. And this is supposed to be good for the throat and the neck. All right, good job. Now we're gonna touch along the outside of our hands, kind of like a clap, but the fingers are open. And this is to help with cold prevention and lung ailments. So this is a good one to do. Could be when you're getting water or heating up something in the microwave. All right, the next one is the webs of the hands. And this is for the eyes, mouth, and shoulders. And then at the other angle. All right, good job. Now we're gonna do the back of the hand. So one hand faces the sky, one faces the earth, and gently tap or rub. And if you rub, it's in a circular motion. And then you do the opposite. I kind of like the rubbing better, but it depends on what you're going for, if you're wanting something stimulating or relaxing. So now we switch the hands. And then this one goes up and gently rub or tap. All right, good job. Now we're gonna flip the hands again, which sometimes is a hard thing to do, but I know you guys got that. So let's do the back of the wrist. So back of the wrist, back of the wrist. This is supposed to be good for lower back pain or discomfort. And then we're gonna flip the hands. And now we're going to do the back of the wrist again. And you can have your hands open or closed at that point, it doesn't matter. All right, good job. And now we're going to do the last movement, which is good for headaches, the knuckles, the palms, the thumbs, and we're going to tap or rub. And you can play with it, see what you like. You can do it up for 1 minute and then take a break for a minute and keep repeating it if you like. And it could help maybe prevent headaches, or if you have one. All right, good job. So smile and open and close. So let's start with the salute. So the right hand's a fist, and it represents strength, fingers together like a high five, friendship, thumb bent, humility, like a bowed head. That's how I remember it. And then the fist into the palm means mutual respect. So thank you. Good to have you guys here. So I always like to do a meditation to check in with our bodies, make sure we get that vertical alignment with the sky and with the earth, so that we feel really balanced as we do our movement. So if you're comfortable, make sure if you need back support, you have it. Your feet are touching the ground, and you can close your eyes if you feel comfortable, keep them open. We want to imagine a string pulling us to the ceiling. We want our chin to be slightly tucked in. We want our shoulders, hips in alignment. And we want the tip of the tongue at the roof of the mouth. And just notice, settle down, notice the sounds perhaps around us, noticing the temperature, and notice your breathing. And let's go a little bit deeper with that breath. Breathing in through the nose, filling up our tummy with air. And then gently exhaling, squeeze releasing the pelvic muscles, and it can just be thinking about it. It doesn't have to be very much. And let's do that again. Gently inhale. And gently exhale to your comfort level always. And let's do that one more time, nice and relaxing. Good. Now let's scan our bodies for any discomfort. So starting with the top of the head, going down the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, and the fingers. Letting go of tension, stress, discomfort. And then slowly go down the spine to the hips, to the thighs, the knees, the ankles, and now the feet. Imagining that your energy that was stuck or your body discomfort, pain is turning into fertilizer for the earth. And it's being reused and you're feeling lighter and more refreshed. And if you are able, you can open your eyes again and we'll begin with the first warm-up. So I'm gonna get a little bit further back so you can see us, and everybody's in a chair, so I'm gonna stay in a chair that's here. So slowly bring the hands up, drippy fingers, hands slowly coming down and gazing at the floor. These will not be things are in my way, so hands slowly rising up. And then slowly coming down, gazing at the floor. And let's do that one more time. And slowly gazing down, good. Now we're gonna add on, we're gonna bring the hands up. Now we're gonna turn the wrist and we're gonna gently tuck in the chin, gently push out, and then gaze at the floor. Let's do that again. Like you're splashing your face with water. And now you're splashing your friend, and then you're slowly looking down. And let's do that one more time. Inhale, turn the wrist, exhale, turn the wrist pushing out, and inhale, and now exhale as we come down. Good. So that's a very gentle neck warm-up exercise. So now we're going to move on to another one. This one is the ball holding in the center. And then we're going to let one hand come down, face the earth. Palms turn inward. We're going to open up the chest. Follow about 60% of our neck comfort. And then we're going to gently come back to center. Hands pass each other, opening up. Going to the other side, 60%. And then coming back. Very nice. Let's do that again. Gently letting the hands pass. Now we're going 80%. And if you want to think about your breathing, you can. My suggestion would be to open up, inhale, as your eyes follow the hands, and then slowly exhale as you come back. But if you do the opposite, it is totally okay. Let's do it one more time, each side, 90%. And then coming back, and the other side. Good. Now we're back to center. We can relax our hands, relax our shoulders. Now we're going to do shoulder rolls. So we're going to inhale as they go up, exhale as they go down. And it doesn't matter what direction you start with, because we will do both ways. And let's do it one more time. And now let's reverse whatever you were doing. Nice and small and circular. And one more time. Good. All right, another shoulder exercise or movement is the hand gathering chi. So the hands go up, circle around, and then the hands slowly come down the center, like you're gently pushing down like fluffy pillows or something. Inhale. You can imagine you're gathering mist in the air, and then you're slowly bringing that moisture into your body, into your cells. And let's do it one more time. Inhale. And slowly exhale through your nose. Good. It's very beautiful. movement. All right, so we're done with the shoulders, moving to the spine. For the spine, we do an imaginary ball we start with. So one at heart, one at belly height, and a little distance out, not right next to you, but a little bit out. Bottom hand rises up and turns out at forehead height, like you're gently gonna push up the ceiling, and we can just gently push down to the center or this side, whatever feels better for your shoulders. And then the hands slowly coming back. Forming that ball. Bottom hand rises, gently pushing up, gently pushing down, keeping a nice bend. Very good. You guys look great. And holding that ball. And now the other side. Good. Let's do it one more time. Each side, you can think about your breathing or just play with it. But it would be inhale as the hands go out, like your lungs are expanding. That's what I like to imagine. Then I like to imagine the lungs coming together slowly as you exhale. And then other side. And then slowly coming back, holding that hands together. So whatever hand is on top is the direction now we're gonna turn. So, or elbow, however you like to think of it. Usually I do this hand on top, so I might have missed one, but that's okay. Oh, that's fine. So whatever hand's on top, we're gonna gently line up our nose with the knee. Just turn our spine a tiny bit. Then we flip the hands, and then we gently turn with our spine. If you're unable to do this, modify it to the best you're able, and just imagine that you're doing this movement instead. So you can have the hands flip out, which gives a really nice stretch to your upper back, or you can just kind of flip it side to side and then gently carry. Let's do it one more time, flipping the hands, and your choice, however you like to flip it, and then the other side, and then going across, and then letting go. It's a really nice movement for the spine. Good that you did small movements, so good job. All right, so now let's move on to the hips. I know some like to stand that are in the Zoom class, some like to stay seated. So I know last week I think I stood, so this week I'll stay in the chair, just kind of give variety. So we're gonna start with the foot. Let me see if I can go far back and get my feet, but okay, you can see a little bit better. So hands, the foot in front, hands in the back. Then we come to the center, or if you're in a chair, you just come to the center, hands come up. And then we bring the hands down, open up the foot to the side, and then bring the foot back in, and the hands rise. Hand slowly comes down, the foot goes out. Bringing the foot in, the hand gently rises. And let's do that one more time. Lifting the foot out, bringing the foot in, and the hands rise, slowly coming down. And then we'll do it to the other leg, and I'll kind of do it at different angles, just in case it sees a little bit better. All right, so we lift the foot out to the side, hands in the back. Bringing the foot in, hands rise. Hands come down, and then the foot goes out. If you're standing, you probably might want to pause in the center, but you don't have to. But since we're in a chair, just lifting it to the side, and then bringing it back in. And let's just do it one more time. I know we're doing it 4 times, but it just feels like a good number to do. And then bringing the foot in, and the hands come down. Good. So that is one hip movement. The next one, if you're in a chair, or if you're standing, we just lift the foot, place it down, make sure the heel's touching the whole thing, and the foot is straight ahead, not angled or anything. Then we bring the foot in, and we do it to the other side, lift, and bring it back in. Good. So now let's add the hands. One hand goes straight out, so not to the side. Some people like to do that when you're learning, but straight out, palms facing the earth. Hand goes across near the elbow, but not touching. So a little bit of gap, and it can be a nice relaxed shoulders. We lift the opposite foot, and we imagine we're just gently pressing against like cardboard box or sheetrock or a wall. And then we bring the foot in, relax the hands, and we do it to the other side. Gently press. You might feel your tummy muscles a little bit engaged, and then we let go. And let's do that again. You can think about your breath. Inhale, and then exhale, letting go. Inhale, press, and exhale, letting go. And let's do it one more time. You just play with it. Other side. And then we come back to center. Good. So that is for the hips. Now we move on to the knees. For the knees, we make empty, hollowed fists. You can see through them. Sometimes I say get your binoculars out if you like to remember something. So we have our hands by our hips, and we have our feet. It looks like I'm close to my feet being, but you can't. I don't know if you can see it, but feet are in a V. So we lift the one foot, we tap it on the ground. Opposite arm goes out nice and slow, and we slowly bring the foot and the hand both back in. Other side, tap and extend the arm and bringing it both back in. Good. If you are in a chair, you may kick, or if you're feeling confident standing, you may do that. But again, highly don't recommend it if you're standing, if you're new. But in a chair, it's wonderful. And let's do that again. Kicking. And the other side. Good. All right, let's do one extra one. And this time you can do it heel first if you're in a chair. Get a little calf stretch. But if you're standing, then you can't do that. It hurts harder. All right, good job. So the next movement for the knees is you lift the foot up, place the heel down. It doesn't go very far, then the toes. Then we extend the opposite arm, and if you're in a chair, you can shift your weight a little bit forward from your hips and then bring it back in. Other foot, heel toe, and extend slowly. I find this movement to be a wonderful stretch for your back, heel toe, lifting the foot. Kind of get that motion and those blood flow into that area. Heel toe. Extend the arms. Good. Let's do it one more time, each side. Placing the foot down. And you can think about inhaling and then exhaling. Other side. All right, I know I said do it one more time, but I want you to play with it on your own, and I won't talk. So let's do it one more time. All right, good. Sometimes when I'm quiet, you can just really feel that movement even deeper. So that's a wonderful movement. So if you're in a chair, you can sit down or keep standing, whatever you like. And then we're going to do the ankle motion. So I'm going to kind of mimic, and I'll come closer because I don't, well, maybe you can see my feet. I don't know if you can, but we're just going to tap the heel toe up and down. And then we're going to switch to the other foot. And it doesn't matter which one you start with. Good. And then we're going to go back to the other foot. I'm going to give you two options. You can tap side to side, or do circulars if you're sitting. If you're standing, only side to side. So, big toe, little toe. And we want to make sure our knee and our hip is not moving. This is a very awkward movement if you're new to Tai Chi. It took me about 6 months at least to try to learn how to do it. So give yourself patience, but make sure your knee and your hip is not moving. You can put your hands there to double check. And let's go to the other leg. Just tapping the ankles side to side, or that's circular if you're in a chair. Always listen to your body. All right, good job. So that is the warm-up that we've been doing from Dr. Paul Lamb's Tai Chi for Health, which is a wonderful program. But with the series that I've been doing online with Zoom, I've just been having fun being eclectic with many people. So I like to transition to, lately I always do Daisy Lee next. So I like to do Daisy Lee's, some of her movements. I like to do that meridian cleansing. I just feel like that's such a nice movement. And the way she has modified it a little bit over the years, she stimulates, the lungs and the thymus. These are great things to do, right, with the concerns of COVID. So let's begin with that. Starting with the hands in the center, you can imagine even like a diamond of light. And you can just put it a little bit above your body, over the lower dantian or the belly button. And we want to gently rise the hand, and we want to just gently rub the thymus. And very gently if you have any autoimmune issues. All right, good job. Now we're going to move to the lung point. So that's kind of where the clavicle meets the shoulder. This is the lung points. And again, just gently rub. All right, good. And then we're going to bring the hand out. Gently shake off what we don't need. And then we're going to gently bring up what we need and let the hand stretch up. And then the hand comes to the center. And let's rub that some more. Let that hand drop. Now the other hand comes. And then we move to the other lung point, to the other shoulder. Good. And then we can gently open up the arm and let our hands trace down, letting go to the earth. And then we can let us bring back up, help with the lymph system. So raising the arm will help the lymph system, so we can bring the hands back to center. And I like to do this movement 3 times so we can really feel good about it. So we can rub the thymus, we can drop the one hand, now go to the lung point on the other side of the shoulder. And then let's gently let go of any unnecessary energy. And then let's bring in refreshing energy, lifting up the arms, coming back to the thymus. And let that hand drop. And then the other hand comes in. And let's go to the shoulder, the other side. And then let's slowly let the hands come down and go to the earth. And then have the hands slowly come up, help with the lymph system. And this time, I'm going to do the lower torso. So we bring the hands to the side, and we're going to gently trace down the leg. At the same time, go around the toes, and when you get to the inner ankles, we want to gently rub. And then we come up to the knees, and we gently rub the knees. And we'll do it one more time, bringing our hands to the center, letting the one hand rise, and then gently rub the thymus, and then gently rub the lung point. And then we open the arm up, and we gently, rub down, palms facing up. Now the palms face the earth, and now we bring up and let the hand rise up. And then we come to the thymus, we let the one hand drop, and now the other hand can gently rub. And then we can go to the shoulder, open up the arm, gently rub down, letting go of what we don't need. Let it be recycled into the earth. And now bring the hands up, and then bring it to the center. Now we're going to go to the side, bringing the hands down the pant line, going down, gently trace around the toes, gently rubbing on the inside of the ankle, coming up to our knees, gently rubbing, and then bringing our hands back to center. Good. And I thought it's a very nice meridian cleansing, kind of a nice movement to do, checking with our bodies, make it feel lighter, like a little tune-up. All right, so the next movement I thought would be fun to do by Daisy Lee, and we've done it before, but it's the gallbladder channels. I just did it the other day and it felt really good, and so I thought that motivated me, it'd be fun to do it with you guys. So we want to go to our left side, and we want to have the hands drop, gently rise up, over the head, and then the hands gently going down. Then we reach across, we bring the hand up, letting that hand stay down, gently go over the head, and then gently come down. Hand reaches across, And if you can turn a little bit more, that's great, but if you can, just do your best. And as you turn, I almost feel like a ballerina, like those statues, and then you let the hand come down, reaching across, hand comes up. Kind of like a beautiful ballerina. And then the hand slowly comes up. It should feel nice and relaxing as we let go of unnecessary energy that can affect the nervous system. So bringing the head out, keeping the neck neutral, not tilting the head, that's important. And you can think about your breath. Inhale. Exhale as you release. Inhale as the hands come up. And exhale, letting it release. Let's do it one more time. Doing it, I believe, for 5 times. Hands reaching up. Inhale, having a nice breath through our nose. Exhale, releasing. Inhale. And exhale. Good. So that is the gallbladder, helps with the nervous system, and by Daisy Lee. So that feels really good. All right, so let's do what the next artist that I've been enjoying and learning from during this time of COVID, and that is Chun Yin Lin with Spring Forest Qigong in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. So I like to do his tapping routine and also do a movement that he's been doing. So let's do the tapping routine first. So we always start with the hands rubbing. Sometimes I forget that, but you bring the hands together and you rub. And you want to have the fingers a little bit open. And I can come a little bit closer. Good. And then we want to rub the face, going up and around. And one more time. Good. And then we want to start with the top of the head. So, and it's a cupping motion, so it should be hollow. And we want to lean a little bit forward, and we want to tap 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we want to tap the eyebrow points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now the eyebrow, or the eye sockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the cheekbones, actually cheekbones would be another word for it, below the eye sockets. All right, and now he has that little massage point that you can have here on your throat. Running up and down just very gently, not too hard. Good. He also has that point where you can rub the lung points in traditional Chinese medicine. The upper one that's closer to that notch is lung 1, and if you go a little bit lower, that's lung 2. But just rubbing that whole area helps. And let's do the other side. And he also talks about how if it's sore, you know, that might tell you need to rub a little bit more. But just gentle, it shouldn't hurt at all. All right, good job. So let's do the cupping of the inner, their elbow. So again, a nice cup position, starting with the left side, so it might be opposite, but start with your left arm first. So let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to tap down the arm, starting at the top of the shoulder, going down, and you can do 3 times, but let's do 5 times, or you can do 7, however many times you like. And then we can do the other arm. Again, kind of cupping. Doing the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do down the arm, starting at the shoulder. Gently cupping down. And these are all good things to help with colds or with COVID if you think you might be exposed or want to build up your immune system. Let's do that one more time. All right, good job. So let's do the massage points. So the point where your thumb and your finger come together, that little socket, you start soft So you gently rub, starting soft, maybe a little bit firmer, but again, very little, should not leave any mark on your arm whatsoever. Softer, a little bit firmer. Let's do that again. And then soft. All right, now we do the other side. And you can also imagine beautiful white light, like sunlight, coming into your arm. Maybe it just brings more energy, more wellness. Gently rubbing, soft and then hard. Soft and then hard. And let's do that one more time. A little soft and hard, but you leave on soft. You leave it soft, you don't do it hard. And if it's soft, by doing it soft, you bring in positive, you're bringing in energy. When you do it hard, you're letting go of energy. All right, so let's do the Lao Gung point. So just bring that middle finger, and we want to gently rub softly again. And you can imagine that beautiful white light coming into your arm, and then harder, softer, harder, softer, and hard. And let's switch hands. Again, that middle finger. And this is really good too for if you're feeling overwhelmed with emotions. Softer and harder. All right, good. So that is the other point. So now let's do the knees of the tapping routine. So I want to go a little bit back so you can see me more. So let's rub our hands a little bit more, and then let's gently do the outside of the knees. So we do that first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. Now the outside of the left knee, I know it's going to be opposite of what you see, but do your left knee first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now the other side, that cupping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. So that is the tapping that he's not Dr. Chun Leland. All right, we got 3 minutes left. So I don't know if I have another. I'd like to do Dr. Paul Lamb's cool downs than the other. So tough. Let's do the Dr. Paul. So we'll just do that for the Spring Forest Qigong. And then let's do Dr. Paul Lamb's cool downs. So our hands, actually let's start with the tapping of the thighs, since we only have 3 more minutes left. So tapping of the thighs, crisscross is better, but if it's hard to turn because spine issues or whatever issues, just tap directly. But crisscross is good for the brain. I know some people do it at the same time, but I've never seen any of my master instructors do that. So just one at a time usually. All right. So let's do the next one. Dr. Paul Lamb traditionally has you tighten up your wrist, lift up your heels. I know you can't see it, but tighten up your tummy. Inhale, and then exhale, opening up. So imagine like you're pulling up some weeds, from the garden, and then letting it go, shaking out the dirt, pulling up what you need, letting go of what you don't. And let's do that one more time, lifting and releasing. And I have another modification one that I like to do. I call it Flying Eagle. So I know you like it too, people on Zoom. So bringing your hands crisscross, lift up your heels, tighten up your tummy, whatever you're able to do. And then we exhale, we open up our hands like we're flying like an eagle. Bringing the hands in, inhale, feeling safe and secure on a branch. Exhale, letting go, trusting life. Bringing the hands in, letting go of struggle, trusting life. Bringing it in, inhale, and exhale. And let's do it one more time. I'll be quiet, and then you can just do it. All right, good. It's a beautiful movement. All right, let's do the last one, gathering chi. So hands in the center, hands circle around, hands slowly coming down. Longer exhale, the better. That calms your vagus nerves, your peripheral nerves, the parasympathetic. So inhale, And slowly exhale. Inhale, gathering abundance and life and bringing that abundance within the body wherever it needs to go. Gathering beautiful vitamin D from the sunlight and slowly letting it go to where it needs to in the body. Good, let's do it one more time. All right, good job. So that is the Dr. Paul Lamb's cool down program. So let's end with our salute, which is the right hands a fist, strength, friendship, thumb bent, humility, together, mutual respect, the wushu greeting. So thank you so much for coming. Always like to see good positive energy.